evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. On behalf of our director, Mr. Gary Gillette, and members of your Missoula City Band, Bill Roach here saying, welcome, welcome to our penultimate, our second to last concert for the 2010 season. And what a night it is. It looks like it's going to clear right up. We're going to have our trombone choir, and they've spent a lot of money on their uniforms, as you can see. And they're going to play the Star Spangled Banner, so please join us as we honor our nation with the Bone Spangled Banner. Yeah, there we go. We have a couple of birthdays tonight. We've got Austin Miller. Now, he is Cindy Miller. She plays clarinet right over there. She's Cindy Miller's son. Austin's having a birthday this week. Where's Austin? Wave. There he is, way in the back. Happy birthday. We also have Chuck McHugh. He's a half a century today, or this is his 21st anniversary of his 29th birthday. And let's see, Chuck, he sits alone week after week while wife and daughter play in the band. And wife and daughter, I believe, both play flute. Oh my God, flute, bassoon, and they're the whole band, actually. So anyway, this goes out to Chuck and Austin. Now, I'd like to also mention a special player. Jan Fedderson's dad is out here from Ohio. He's playing trumpet with us, and just so that you know, he's got about 70 years worth of trumpet experience. Bob Fedderson, would you?
Hey, Bob, give us a hand, please, buddy.
Yeah, there's Bob. Wave your hand. There he is. Out from Ohio visiting and playing in our trumpet section this night. Well, Mr. Gillette has planned a great program. We're starting out in the right way with our Rosencrantz du jour. Seems like the Ludwig Music Publishing Company gave George a whole $10 for the rights of this march in 1938, and they finally published it in 2008, 70 years later.
Waiting for the value to increase.
Yeah, I suppose, well, yeah, he's waiting for us to spark an interest. I tell you, Rosencrantz is making a comeback, and it all started right here in Missoula, Montana. Now, we like to dedicate our Rosencrantz work, and I met someone this morning who has been coming to our concerts quite faithfully, and in my humble opinion, could use a good old Rosencrantz march right now. Is Patricia Kump out there? Patricia, where are you? There she is. This is MMBC March, Patricia, and it's from us to you. Far and away Missoula's favorite composer, George Rosencrantz. On stage now is one of our trumpet players. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Hamlin is making his way up front. He's been playing with us for a while now, and he's a music major at the university, and he also plays with the symphony. He'll be playing Sunday in Caras Park with the symphony. Be sure to check out their free outdoor concert. Not sure of the time. Gary, you know what time that concert starts? 7 o'clock. Mike's trumpet solo, Version de la Macarena, is a true musical tour de force that conjures up the spirit of a Spanish matador. Smart Money says you'll be shouting "Ole!" Here's Mike Hamlin playing Version de la Macarena, accompanied by your Missoula City Band. Thanks so much, Mike. What a fantastic job. Mike Hamling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, on stage now we've got our singer, Miss Jessica Tidwell. Jessica teaches choir at Sentinel High School for a number of years now, 6 I believe, has conducted choirs at the International Choir Festival and other venues. Additionally, she's one heck of a trooper, as our evening scheduled singer could not make tonight's performance. Jessica dropped everything on short notice and agreed to sing with us. Thank you so much, Jessica. Now, the number she's going to sing first has some historical significance. Seems for a long time the Missoula Fair's rodeo motto was "Cut her loose," and they've recently brought that phrase back. It's from a locally written song, first written in 1916. The song was recently found, and our arranger, Mike Rosbarski, scored it for us, and Jessica's gonna sing "Stampede Pete." Please give a warm city band welcome to Jessica Tidwell.
Hello. Stampede Pete came riding into town. 2 big 6-shooters were hanging down. He rode a little buckskin steed, for Pete was going to the big stampede. Now Pete was wild and rough and crude, and every time that he lamped a dude to have some fun, he'd take a chance. He'd start to shoot so he could watch them dance. Stampede Pete, he put the hell in Hellgate. Stampede Pete on his little old cayuse. He said to his pal, come saddle up your Bronco. We're going to Missoula for to cut her loose. One day they went to a moving picture show. 'Twas a Wild West tale with lots of pep and go. The villain with the black mustache pursued the maiden who had looks and cash. He chased her round and round till she was lean, and captured her down by the old mill stream. He was about to cut her throat. The picture sure did get on his goat. Stampede Pete, he put the hell in Hellgate. Stampede Pete on his little old cayuse. And he said to his pal, come saddle up your Bronco. We're going to Missoula for to cut her loose. At night they went to a great big picture show. 'Twas a cabaret and all the girls were gay. Pete made the natives stare and gawk. He started in to do the stampede stock. Then they began shooting up the town. They turned the main thoroughfare upside down, and then they made an awful fuss when Stampede Pete lassoed a jitney bus. Stampede Pete, he put the hell in Hellgate. Stampede Pete on his little old cayuse. He said to his pal, come saddle up your Bronco. We're going to Missoula for to cut her loose. Now wild Stampede, he didn't have a fear. He rode 'em all, including buck and steer. And once in a moment of reckless glee, he even took it on the Milwaukee. He rode on prairie schooners and on sailing schooners too. He'd been shanghaied on a whaler as a member of the crew. In a big balloon he'd even soared, but he drew the line on riding in a Ford. Stampede Pete, he put the hell in Hellgate. Stampede Pete on his little old cayuse. He said to his pal, come saddle up your Bronco. We're going to Missoula for to cut her loose.
favorite part of that is put the hell in Hellgate. I like that.
Well, you know, Gary, I'm a little disappointed because for years you've been telling me you're the one that did that. And it was really Stampede Pete. You're taking credit from Stampede there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send our Band-Aid people out amongst you. Now, don't forget, they have our George Rosencrantz 15. We sold one last week. We're going to sell a lot more this week because guess what? After this week, you only got one more week and then you'll have to wait next year if there's any available. Chances are there will be. Let's see. Getty Herschel Hafine was an American music composer, trombonist, and tuba player. He taught himself tuba as well as the basics of harmony, counterpoint, and composition. Self-made man. In 1919, Hafine settled in Binghamton, New York, playing tuba in the Endicott Johnson Shoe Factory Band. When he died in 1947, the Endicott Johnson Shoe Band played his famous march, Them Basses, at his gravesite. We'd like to dedicate this to George Washington. Is George Washington here? George
Washington's right there!
Sneaking up behind me like that. He's been a long-time tuba player with our band and his work take him out of state. He's here on a visit. Here's the march that made Hafine famous. We're going to dedicate this to George. This is Them Basses. this certainly is a night for soloists, and what a great concert it's been so far. Good job, Gary. Coming on stage is Alicia Roby. She's played flute off and on for a number of years with us. I remember when she was just a little kid. Good grief, I'm getting old. And she is from an extremely musically talented and large family where I believe everyone can play at least one musical instrument and sing as well. Now she's going to play John Kakavas's popular saxophone showcase, Midnight Soliloquy, and she's selected to play it on the soprano saxophone. Now I gotta tell you, after 44 years of sax playing, yours truly got a sound out of a soprano sax once, but when the seagulls started perching on the door, I gave up. But Alicia is such a strong player, she makes it look easy. And it's anything but. It's an unforgiving horn. Please welcome Alicia Roby playing Midnight Soliloquy. Thanks so much, Alicia. Now, she's going to switch from that instrument and go back to playing flute. I mean, gosh. I had to kind of work at this. Some people have this wonderful talent. Good job. Let's see. Soloing with us on euphonium or baritone horn, it can be called either one, is our longtime youfer Tom Trigg. Tom is a local attorney in town and must be doing a pretty good job, having gotten both Gary and I out of a couple of jams. Gotta love those loopholes. Tonight we're premiering work for solo euphonium and winds, East Wind, West Wind by our own Jim Eversole. Where's Jim?
Jim's here, right there.
There he is in the red cap. Hi, Jim. Now, I know Jim's taught music at the University of Kentucky, the University of Montana, the University of Connecticut, and maybe a few others I don't know about. Anyway, quite the composer, quite the musician, as is Tom. Here now is the premiere of East Wind, West Wind, written by Jim Eversole, euphonium solo by Tom Trigg.
Contract. Check out the song.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Jim. As I'd like to repeat again, that was a premiere, first time heard. Great job. Okay, coming on stage now. We're proud to present our clarinet ensemble. They're called the Greater Missoula Area Single Reed on a Wooden Horn Society. Rest rolls right off the tongue. This stellar group is made up of the following. I was going to have them wave. I don't know if they can do that and hold instruments and move, but I'll try anyway. There's Megan Berghoff. There she is. There's Bill Haffey. There's Bill Manning. There's Dave Smith, Diane Threlkel, and Karina Vandenberg. Now they're playing two numbers tonight. The first one, Semper Fidelis by John Philip Sousa. This was arranged by Dave Smith. Sarah Gallardo is going to back them up with some percussion. I mean, you got to have a percussion with some marches. And after that, they're going to play The Whistler and His Dog by the famous trombonist Arthur Pryor. He played with the Sousa Band, then formed his own band in Asbury Park, New Jersey. And I'm sure you'll recognize the tune, The Whistler and His Dog. This was arranged by Bill Manning for the clarinet ensemble. Bill says he corrected a historical mistake and gave it to the clarinets where it should have belonged anyway, not the trombone. Oh, as they're continuing to set up, or as they're finishing set up, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the Greater Missoula Area Single Reed on a Wooden Horn Society.
That's right. So Henry Fillmore, I'll fill some time while we're moving around. Henry Fillmore,
Famous band conductor, had a pet dog, and he would put on a stool right there, right next to conductor, and that dog would howl on cue. And that's where that came from. Boy, I wish I would have been around for that. I would love to have I'd love to have a dog that would stop, but that you could start it howling, and he wrote pieces of music just for that wacky dog. Some folks were trying to let me know, hey, the opera's not till next week. That's when the opera is. So make sure you don't go on Wednesday of next week. Come here. That's what people are trying to tell me. Come here for our final concert, and then go to the opera on Thursday or Friday. Sorry, thank you for fixing me up on that. Here comes, I think Jessica's coming back up on stage.
You are right, Gary. Jessica is on stage. I Could Have Danced All Night is a song from the musical My Fair Lady with music written by Frederick Lowe and lyrics by Alan J. Lerner, published in 1956. The song is sung by the play's heroine Eliza Doolittle, expressing her exhilaration and excitement after an impromptu dance with her tutor, Henry Higgins. Get ready to have your socks knocked off. Jessica does such a great job of this. Please welcome back Jessica Tidwell with I Could Have Danced All Night.
I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only knew when he began to dance with me. I could have danced all night. I'll never know what made it so exciting. When all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night.
This is Jessica's first time singing with us. I hope we get to repeat this thing often and in the years ahead. Just a wonderful job. Well, we're at our last number for this evening. Thanks to our fine soloists, Alicia Roby, Jessica Tidwell, Mike Hamlin, Tom Trigg. Thanks to our arrangers and composers, Jim Eversole and Mike Rosbarski. Great job, gentlemen. Thanks to our sound guys, Jay Straw and the crew at High Tech Audio. Make us sound good. Kevin. Jay Straw's not here. Kevin is. Part of the crew. Thanks so much for being such a great audience and letting us share this time with you. On behalf of Gary Gillette and the band, Bill Rhodes saying we'll see you here next Wednesday at 8 p.m. for our very special final concert for the 2010 season. Gosh, time does fly. Now here's a favorite of ours. We're breaking tradition somewhat. We usually do play this on the final concert, but the way things are breaking and arranging and different guests, we're going to play Albert Kittelby's In a Persian Market tonight. So, In a Persian Market.
next Wednesday, folks.